Hello, my name is Zach Valdez, and I am here to give you a presentation on what is the community college, a step-by-step breakdown. Here is our agenda for today. What is the community college and why does it exist will be our first question, and the rest, as you can see, will be answered piece by piece as we continue along in the presentation. Finally, we will end on part 7, why attend a community college, with a pros and cons list. So first, let's talk about the community college history. The community college as we know it first arose in 1901 as a publicly funded institution with the goal of catering to local working class Americans within their own community. The goal was to provide the first 2 years of college at a fraction of the cost. Obviously, this became very popular, and with passing of new legislation like the GI Bill of 1944 and the Truman Commission on Higher Education, students and the amount of colleges swelled in numbers. In fact, by the end of the 1970s, over 1,200 CC institutions arose, with populations more than tripling in sizes to meet this new number. The growing number of students came from different backgrounds and increasingly had different needs, more so than ever before. These community colleges needed to evolve to adapt to these new needs and these new students. Many became comprehensive community colleges, offering general education, technical, and vocational programs at the same campus. But however much the community college did change as an institution, at its core it remained the same. It served and continues to serve as a gateway for people to learn skills and courses that are transferable to the job market or a four-year institution. And the community college is very much an open access higher education institution with programs available to all people. So the community college falls under the responsibility of the state and the federal government. Both levels of government use regulations and legislation to determine how the community college will function. However, local governing boards, administrators, even state and local agencies like departments of education do play a role in how community colleges function. With that in mind, the community colleges do develop an organizational structure to follow these laws, both internally and externally. So you'll see here an example of what a community college district might look like. This one in particular is Ventura's. As you can see that there's more than one community college within this particular district. We actually have 3 community colleges, Moorpark College, Oxnard, and Ventura. They all report to a chancellor. But each of these community college presidents has many responsibilities, like developing and implementing college goals, establishing an organizational structure, developing the budget, and a number of different external responsibilities. The chancellor, for his part or her part, does the very best to accommodate and ensure that these community college presidents are successful. So, who pays for the community college? The answer shouldn't surprise you. Funding comes from you, both directly and indirectly. The state and federal government provides most of the funding for the community college. So this aid can come in many forms. Some of the money comes from grants directly to students like Pell and Perkins and financial aid. Some of it comes from property taxes that are collected within the district. The biggest amount of funding comes from direct legislation created by state and federal governments. And depending upon the state, the money can be appropriated by graduation rate and students enrolled, like California. So let's talk about accreditation. So obviously accreditation is very important for any community college. This process is voluntary and provides assurance to students and the public that the institution is running properly. So for technical programs, they should provide the requisite skills and training to be successful in a potential career. For general education, students should know that there will be information, they will be learning the required information to be successful upon transfer to a four-year institution. Furthermore, the accreditation process provides validation to four-year institutions that the program and course offering at a community college meets the required standards. So here's an example of some of the course offerings at a community college. As you can see, these are online programs, certificates, academic certificates, and degrees. So there are a number of different degrees that aren't listed here, like standard course offerings, like typical Associate of Arts degrees, but there are a number of different programs or certificates like accounting and legal studies that are definitely very relevant to students in the local job market. And obviously with the amount of course offerings, you'll see that this diverse nature matches the local communities in the job markets out there as well. So the community college, teaching and working, some fast facts. So despite significant enrollment growth, budget constraints require CCs to replace senior instructors with part-time faculty. So while professors enjoy working with some of these students, nearly 2/3 of them feel that the students that they're reaching and the students that they're teaching are very different and harder to relate to than years past. These same professors may be credentialed in their discipline or in their subject area, but very few may be prepared in teaching methods and curriculum development. So some faculty percentage, baccalaureate institutions are 4 years versus an associate institution. Um, as you can tell, there's a pretty clear difference in the pie chart. Community colleges have 23% more faculty, more part-time faculty, and 12% less tenured faculty. CCs also have 6% less tenure track positions available when compared to a 4-year institution. So community colleges, future frontiers. Community colleges will need to change their curriculum to accommodate a changing job marketplace. So this includes incorporating education technology, such as using online mediums to attract and retain students. Furthermore, CCs will need to cover for the increasing demand in programs for middle skill, like police, firefighters, plumbers, welders. Leadership at community colleges will also need to change to adapting social circumstances. Issues like racial and ethnic tensions, guns on campus, sexual assault, academic integrity, and college completion rates will be hot button issues in the ensuing decade. So in conclusion, why attend a community college? Here's a basic pros and cons list, and I'll be going down each of them side by side. So some of the pros, they're specifically designed for students who work and want to attend part-time. They offer remedial courses for students who struggled in high school, and thereby provide an opportunity for students to go back and receive a degree. Some cons, the retention rate for students is low. Only 29% of community college graduates who started in fall 2011 transferred to a 4-year institution within 6 years. While designed to be accommodating, administration bureaucracy can be pretty unhelpful and inflexible, and the faculty are typically low quality, often due to funding, which ends up crippling students' ability to learn and to succeed. Some more pros. It is an education that is available at a fraction of a cost. A full-time student at a public 2-year institution paid $3,660 last year, compared to $10,230 at a standard public 4-year institution. And its affordability allows it to maintain a diverse population. Low-income students can pursue a degree and a better life. But some of the cons are, while the education is cheaper, it is very difficult to graduate from a CC on time. In this diverse population often faces special singular issues that the community college often is ill-equipped to handle. This often results in low retention and graduation rates for low socioeconomic and racial and ethnic populations. So some more pros, it is accessible. There's CCs in many communities with programs catering to different technical professions. In fact, 49% of undergraduate students enrolled in a 2-year college in the last 10 years. And the units taken into community college can be transferred to a 4-year institution, both in-state and out-of-state. But unfortunately, some of the cons are the accessibility means impaction. The most popular programs are often difficult to enroll in and finish quickly. And the lack of access to academic advisors can make the unit transfer process difficult. Students may learn all units might not transfer properly. Especially after taking multiple classes, that's generally something a student wouldn't want to hear. Reform via guided pathways might be something that could help retention and unit transfer going forward. So here's a list of my citations. You'll find them in the presentation once I submit the actual document. You'll see here it's 3 pages. But I wanted to thank you for joining me, and I appreciate you taking the time, and hopefully it was everything you thought it would be.